Hey, welcome back to Z's Toy Barn. Today, we're gonna drill some holes and run some wires. Here we go. All right, so if you've been following along, which if you have, thank you. We worked on a small block Chevy last week. Now we're waiting for some parts, so we're gonna, move to something that was in the background. What we got here is a little itty bitty Commander XT 700. It's a 22. We'll take you for a little walk around here. We got some, we got some lights, some more lights, and little bag thing, put your soda in there, and glove box. If you looked at our social medias, you'll see we got some good old drift stitching in here, and then rivets and drift stitching, because this just, well, let's just say it just vacated itself, and somebody had to find it in the woods for me because it fell off. But so what we're gonna do today, even though I said I was gonna bore you with it, and then the more I started looking at it, I was like, well, maybe this could be an actual DIY video for people that have one of these Can-Ams, because they come in the you got a 700 and they got a 1000 DPS, the XT, XTR, yada yada yada. Anyways, the body style changed in 21. So we've got this EMP, right? Extreme Metal Products Cuda Brown radio here. This is how it comes to you. Now this fits in a 20 and back Commander, from my understanding. It said it fit in this one. Well, it doesn't really fit, but it fits. We're gonna go through, I did a little preemptive thing, and I'll show you here in a second. But just the speaker box like this with the 2 speakers, and it's like 139 bucks, give or take. And if you want the radio in it, oh, come on, no, open, oh, here we go. Oh, it's like 300 something. Now that's obviously that, because that's cheap 99 Bluetooth receiver. I just need some tunes while we're jamming. Tunes to jam to while we're out riding through the bush. So let's run you through here. What I did earlier was this plate. This plate's probably not going to get used. It's a nice piece of ABS plastic though. We'll save that. But as you can see here, there's no lip. I pulled my tape measure out. Sorry about that. What I did here was just kind of, pulled the tape across, got our measurement. It's roughly 18.5. Now, as you can see, like Can-Am, I believe sells one that just bolts up in here, and it's probably like $1 bajillion because it's BMP. So what I did was, if we can do this here with 18.5, right? That was our measurement. So we kind of want to go about 18-ish. And then I kind of measured down here, and it was like 6 inches and a little over 12, right? So we took those measurements, came back over here. And we laid this down. And then we went from 6 inches and cut out there. And then I was, held it up, realized we need a little bit more wiggle room. So I got a little bit more wiggle room. To hold it up there. Now what we need to do is figure out how to put the camera in there. And we need to find a screwdriver or something that fits in the nutsert hole And then this, let's see how. Oh, perfect. So what we'll do is we'll get some spray paint, put it in the lid, dip this down in, hold this up, and mark our hole. Because we're gonna drill down through the roof and install these. Now hopefully they're long enough, because if not, epic failure on my part. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hold this up here, kind of like until I feel looks about straight, good enough for me. I'm gonna come down in, get my paint, I'm gonna come up and hopefully mark where. Okay, so we got a white mark here, we got one there. That one's gonna be fun because it's kind of on the inside, so we're gonna measure that out, because I got one right in there too. You can see where it double tapped. So I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna send it. I know it sounds terrible, because yeah, well, if we get the holes done, we get it up in, we can figure it out, because it's going to be an up, down, up, down, up, down process, because we also have to run wires. We're going to come out here, run behind the cage, over. I have to have one that comes the whole way down underneath my seat here, because underneath the seat's the battery. And the other two are going to go up in, there's a, let me grab a flashlight so you can see. All right, let there be light. Right there. Can you see? Right there's a, yep. What I'm trying to say is, steering wheel in the way. Right there's like a bus bar that has a positive and ground on it. That's how I wired up my lights to be ignition on versus just always hot. Just in case you come home and forget to shut your lights off, which you shouldn't, because they're bright as all bejesus, but you never know. You just never know what's gonna happen. So now we need to get a drill and drill through my roof again. All right, what do we got? I said 1/8 inch, I meant 1/4 inch. Actually, it's a little bit smaller than that. I'm trying to go as tight as possible, because that's just going to be a source that it can leak. So, and well, if you don't know, you can always, like, you know, figure. Yeah, it works, okay? And we got these nice washers, and we'll silicone this. That way there's no rainwater coming down, you know, raindrops falling on my head. If you get the reference, if not. Well, I think most of you watching this are kind of older. I'm not gonna say old. Anyway, so you'll get the reference. Put my screws back. Gonna place you like right here. Oh my. And let's see what we got. There's one, oh, right, literally right there. We might be able to just roll that out of the way. I'd rather not take it off. It's a pain in the arse. And it's like siliconed over here because, like I said, rainwater. See, we got rainwater in it runs. Sorry about the light, so you can see. Probably should have washed this thing. It's kind of dirty, but that's okay. Hey, remember how I said I wanted that to be tight? Yeah. Yeah, it's too tight. We're gonna go get a bigger drill bit. Try again. Bend our washers. You know, give them a little smack or roll. Here, we'll show you what's going on. Just take your time, sit back, and enjoy watching me struggle. Try not to hurt my speakers here. You know, I have an extra set. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to bend our washers. We'll have to do a scribe line, but all right, here we go. What's that? All right, let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, okay, we're within our thing. Like I said, let's see if we can't loosen this light up. I think that's gonna work. That nice thick foam will at least keep it from the dirt and debris coming in. Can I see my rear view? Oh yeah, perfect. This is gonna be loud. This is gonna be right in my face. And yep, this is, it'll work. Sorry, I mean, it's gonna work. I mean, it's up there pretty good. It's just gonna be a little sketchy. Shouldn't fall on me, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Like, here we are. We're just kind of doing a thing. Metric. If you take note, you'll notice I finally figured out the black line thing. Only took me forever and a day, but you know, we got it. So we're gonna ease this up over this way, tighten it back down. Now we've got full access to our holes right here. Those ones shouldn't be too bad. Unfortunately, we're gonna pull this whole thing out now. And I'm gonna have to start figuring out lengths of wire and building a wiring harness. Fun. All right, just like how we jumped over here real quick. So we've got our speaker outputs. It says please refer to owner's manual. So we will. Now this has 4 outputs on it. So technically, if I wanted to get really fancy, I could go ahead and figure out how to put 2 more boxes in that thing and, well, have 4 speakers, but I think that's going to be overkill. So we've got our manual, right? That's right, we got user manuals. Front, left, and right front. So gray and black, and white with black and white. Oh, you should keep these things. You never know when you're going to need them. So basically what I'm understanding here is my purple and my greens. We're just going to go like this here. We're going to pull out a heat gun. So that's going to be the first thing we're going to do. And now we're going to build an extra long wiring harness for power wires. We're going to hook speakers up first because that's just simple and easy. All right, can everybody see we're going here? And come on, you got it. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so we got our wire. We know these 2 here, the green and the purple, are for the rear speakers. Now, if you're running a different setup than what we're running here, than this EMP product that has 1 set of speakers, just 2 fronts, then you're not going to want to do this. If you're running one that has, you know, 4 or whatever you're doing, by all means, run both sets. I'm not going to show you how to do that. Now I like to heat shrink my wires together like this whenever they're not going to be used. Again, so nothing can touch or have anything foul go on. Our cone for our heat gun, and we're going to make some noise. Got our electrical tape, and then we'll just tape these two together because we just don't need them in our way. And they'll be okay. And then I'm going to do one better-ish. You say what you want. This is the way I'm going to do this. I'm going to fold these down so they're completely out of my way, because we're going to have a bunch of wires running from here over and down. And then we'll just tape these two together like this. I did look on the old interwebs, and I didn't see anybody put one of these in a new Can-Am. Well, that's part of the reason we're here right now. I wasn't going to. I said I wasn't going to, but well, maybe somebody out there has one of these, and they want something that's fairly inexpensive. Like I said, I think it's 139 bucks, and you can get this Boss receiver for, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks if you really wanted to. So, now, so now we've got our wires, right? Which that one should be this one here. So we know if we're looking at this way, this is left, this is right. So now if you're looking at a car, it's a little different. Actually, it'd be the same. What am I thinking? Looking at it this way. So our white and black is going to reach, and our gray is going to reach. Everything's going to reach. So now I really don't want to. That has it. Does that have? Oh, my bad. Well, there's one. Where's the other one? Okay, where's the white wire? Hey. Huh. All right. As it would appear, I have to use the nylon ones. We're gonna make it work. I would not recommend using these. So if you're watching this to learn, please buy the heat shrink ones. These ones aren't that good, and unfortunately, this is the unfortunate event of it. I don't have any heat shrink that'll fit over this. Again, epic failure on my part. It didn't show up yet. I did order it. It's not here. I could have ran to the parts store this morning, I guess, but I didn't. So, we know white, solid white's positive. I'm going to come in here. This actually has a slice in it already, but we're actually going to double this. I want it to be a little bit thicker than it is. Take our wire, twist it, yep, monotonous. Cue the music. Let me get you in here. I didn't have that size. I didn't have the small ones, so we went with the bigger ones. We'll crimp them down a little bit. So we're just gonna come in here real quick and just give it a little squeeze. Yeah. Oh no, that sucked. Let's try that again. I done screwed that one up. There we go. There we're in. All right. So now what we got is our power wires here. Yep, pretty self-explanatory. We've got power antenna. We don't need that where we're going. We've got, please refer to owner's manual. Well, if I had to guess before looking at the owner's manual, I would have to say yellow is going to be constant battery. Red's going to be ignition, and obviously the black wire is ground. All right. Let's see if I'm right. Accessory, red. That's keyed hot. Ground, black, obviously. Power, battery, yellow. So what we're going to try to do here is we're going to go through this box of wires. Again, this one's already got a cap on it. See how nice. We're going to want to figure out our gauge of wire, which, I mean, we could do that pretty quickly here. Looks like the yellow one's 12. Looks like the ground is sorry, they're both yellow and constant hot and grounder 14, and it looks like the hot 16. We don't want to step up on these wires. Stepping up, not really a good thing. We want to keep it consistent the whole way through. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to dig through this, and you don't have to watch any of that. And then when I have the wire, movie magic, it'll be here in front of us, and then we'll just start going to town and wiring together. We've got our wires all laid out. We're going to go ahead and got our wire loom here. And there we go. We got a good seam. Good thing. Pull our loom. There we go. We're gonna go ahead, take our plug, step on our wire because we're just discombobulated. We're going to go ahead, plug our plug in. We're gonna go ahead, take this, all this wire, don't mind the mess, it's just me being me. Now we're gonna go ahead and get it in the rig. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Here we go. I always say, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Well, how about 3 out of 4? Here comes the fun part, kind of. We're gonna have to get that light out of the bed. Our wire is gonna go up over into there, over into that bus bar. We're gonna disconnect the battery so we don't get the shocked living bejesus out of us. Figure it out, and then we're gonna zip tie it up in there next to all those relays and everything else I got going on up in there for the lights. It's nice to have that bus bar that has a positive hot on one side, an ignition hot, and a ground. How thoughtful of them. Let's get this battery disconnected. All right, we should have it. Here we go. We're gonna turn something on. I know we can't get yelled at for.
Hey, welcome back.
There we go.
Today we're gonna do a little bit of small block Chevy stuff.
How about that?
Here we go.
Only took about 2 hours, but sometimes that's life. Let me turn this down a little bit. We're gonna have to play with some settings, get a little more thump in here, Anyways, hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, mistakes were made, but it was a learning curve for all of us. I've never done it before. But as always, keep it to the floorboards, and we'll catch you on the flip side.